In 2026, everything changes for the Kaleb House program. We're getting ready to unveil likely the most significant update for development in Kaleb House history. And I want to walk you through what, by God's goodness and God's grace, what your support, what your generosity, what your assistance provided the survivors at Kaleb House in the past 12 months. Kaleb House really focuses on 3 different areas. We focus on survivor services, law enforcement assistance, and local site development, local facility development. In that first category, survivor services, your support has provided over 50 cases, 50 individuals who are being rescued out of the most hellish imaginable landscapes onto a happily ever after path, into a life of restoration, onto a life of healing. We're taking people out of darkness and moving into the light. And none of these cases are simple. None of these cases are easy buttons. None of these are just flip a switch and things are good to go. This is the most complicated. It's the most messy of everything that we do, because that's where we're dealing directly with the people who are coming out of trafficking. Now, survivor services can cover a broad spectrum of services that we provide, everything from advocacy and legal support to personal care, such as new bedding, getting some shoes, medical support. It can cover things from temporary safe housing all the way to secure communications to make sure your cell phone's not being tracked by the person who has trafficked you previously. And it actually reminds me of one of the stories that we had this year. The short version of it is very complicated case. Involved immigration law, involved tribal law, and it wasn't just a case of, okay, we've gotten them out, but there was an active threat to try to hurt the person who was taken out of this situation. So Kaleb House Services and our victim services or survivor services provided a robust security package, provided pathways forward for this individual where, because they had nowhere else to go, they had no one else to run to, a way that they can start taking steps to get back into the light, to see themselves restore both this individual and her children. There's hope for them now. This is, it's a dark story, but you're seeing the dawn start to break open in this story. So I'm excited for what that case is going to look like in 6 months. Now, a part of victim services that we have to understand is none of these, I'll say it's rarely that it's a press a button and we're good to go. Every one of these cases involves months of support, sometimes years of support, to ensure that they are restored, stable, onto a happy, healthy, and safe pathway in their life. And for 2026, this is not the announcement. We're actually wanting to hire on another full-time case manager to help with this load. So as we provided 51 individuals with survivor services last year, hopefully with another one, we can boost that up a significant percentage and really provide a lot more support, because we're definitely not looking for work in that one. This is the most heavy lifting that we do as an organization, is the survivor services section. The second part is law enforcement support, law enforcement assistance. Now, a lot of local police departments simply don't have the capabilities that we have at Kaleb House on our investigation and security side. It's not a hit on them. They're doing the best work that they can, but they're not funded for it. They're not educated on it. They're not trained on it. A case that just happened last week, and this is only one case of about 47 that we had in 2025. A graphic story, so if you want to fast forward a little bit on this one, you can. But we had a call a few weeks back about a case where a minor was involved in penetrative sodomy. And the perpetrator had it on their camera. The victim reported it, but the law enforcement in this area just didn't have the capability to get the warrant to go in and identify, this is the person with this thing. It was kind of a, well, did they do it? Did they not do it? Through our services, through our investigative techniques, we were able to give an intelligence package to local law enforcement that allowed them to go in and bust this guy. Now, we're good. We are very good on that intelligence side, that investigative side. That is one of our most significant services that we provide. And the important part on this, especially on kind of the tech research side, is getting good evidence up front allows our survivors to not get crushed on the stand. For a minor, for a 7 or 8-year-old to stand in front of court with a trained defense attorney just trying to pick them apart, it doesn't go well. That's why there's such an issue with convictions. That's why you look on the news and say, how did that guy get away with it? Well, it's because the lawyers are able to pick apart a minor. It's not fair. So being able to provide good evidence up front is critical, is crucial to seeing justice done in the sex trafficking world. Again, a lot of cases, dozens of cases that we provided support. Majority of those were for missing children cases. And we're seeing everything from rescues, arrests, and convictions out of this service. So it's quite impressive what our investigative services are doing. Lastly, for 2025, we have progressed so much on the local site development. I want to say this, with what we're doing at Kaleb House, it's not as simple as, well, there's a street and let's just build a few houses on it. We're wanting to build a comprehensive community that allows restoration, that allows healing, that allows a reset of body, mind, and soul back into what God's intent for that person is supposed to be. So yeah, we're progressing on buildings, and for 2026, we're hoping to have 3 more buildings up and running. We already have 1 building set up, and here's the announcement on that. So the buildings are being developed, utilities going in, there's some resilience on there, some redundancies just to ensure safety for the survivors that we're pulling out. There's rehabilitative nature centers that we're putting in. But the big announcement for 2026 is, as long as God blesses it, our goal is by early summer, late spring, somewhere in that time frame, that we are being licensed to actually pull in survivors, that we can care for them full time, that we have a program established that allows them to begin healing at our location. So we're not having to put people in different safe houses across the country and try to juggle services. It can all be provided in one location that is custom designed, that is tailored to providing a safe, secure, and healing location for these people to start over. So that's our big announcement for 2026. The construction portion of this, the licensing, the programming, it's all coming to fruition. And within the next few months, we should be making an announcement that not only is Kaleb House providing services to survivors, providing services to law enforcement, to continuing developing on the construction side, but that we're actually open and we're ready to invite people in to have their lives restored. Okay, guys, God bless you. Hope to give you another update here in the next few weeks on progress we're making towards this. We'll see you soon.